Sir King.
Can no other lady put it down like me? I'm Fergalicious.
Welcome to Tofu Alley.
Stay vicious. I be up in the gym just working on my fitness. He's my witness. I put your boy on rock, and
Sir
he
King.
down the block just to watch what I got. So delicious. It's hot, it's so delicious. I put them boys on rock, so delicious.
Welcome to Tofu Alley. No beef, just tofu.
I'm the S to the E, R, G, the I, the E.
Sir King.
Can no other lady put it down like me? I'm Fergalicious.
Welcome to Tofu Alley.
Stay vicious. I be up in the gym just working on my fitness. He's my witness. I put your boy on rock, and
Sir
he
King.
down the block just to watch what I got. So delicious. It's hot, it's so delicious. I put them boys on rock, so delicious.
Welcome to Tofu Alley. No beef, just tofu.
All right, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Good evening, and good afternoon, and good morning, wherever y'all are in this world. I guess everybody's sleeping right now, but I just wanted to come live, talk about a few things real quick. So, what's the first one to start off? So, I guess James Caldwell was over there doing something. I don't know what he was doing, but all I know is that he got scared of something called the Momo or the Moo Moo, whatever that thing is. And I guess Lovely Love. What's up, Huggy? No time, no see. How you doing? Hope all is well your way. So I guess he had a challenge over there, and then Lovely Love came up with the Moo Moo Momo mask on, and he got scared and cut his live. But I guess apparently that thing or that person or that dog, whatever that is, was telling something about children to unalive themselves and all that. So he had to get rid of that live because he was scared that it was gonna take down his channel or something like that. So that's interesting. What's up, Black Strawberry Apple? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a tofu as well. YouTube is starting to hit me for that Ron P clip. I'm like, damn, we've been playing that clip for like almost 2 years, and now y'all starting to hit me. So yeah, I gotta. Anybody know the YouTube studio? You know that thing is not the most efficient thing ever. So I'm like, I don't know. I guess I gotta cut it out. I don't know. It's just annoying to have to do that. But I'm like, we've been playing that thing for 2 years. It says something. I don't know if that's that, but that's the only thing I played at the beginning of my broadcast last live. And YouTube talking about, oh, we gonna file a copyright notice, whatever the thing is, they call a copyright claim or something. What's up, Tanya McNeil? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. All right, so the copyright infringement is subjective. Yeah, it's weird, man. But let me tell you this though. YouTube is stupid because they're gonna lose the social media game because everybody over there on TikTok got people music on it and everything, and they able to monetize. And I'm like, YouTube is just gonna lose out. They're gonna see that either people gonna migrate over there, or split their time, you know. Oh, somebody coming for you, Huggy. They following you. Damn. Truth Trollington, you can step out of the closet. Oh, you step out of the closet yet, Huggy? But you know, either somebody wants you or they want you to step out of the closet, Huggy. Damn. That must be somebody on the troll page that know you be over here. That's weird. Who you messing with, Huggy? But yeah, so like I said, James Caldwell had to take that live down because he said take the whole page, whatever that Moo Moo Momo mask. That mask is scary anyway. And then the way Lovely Love, she said, oh, she had pictures on her community wall, so I ran over there to go look. And she looked just scary in it. You know what I mean? She just looked scary in it. So I'm always in my walk-in closet. I'm at work. Huggy says to the Truth Trollington. Okay, so yeah, that was that. Let me talk to Treecey. Treecey, what did I tell you on my last night? I said Treecey is a long distance friend. Someone sent me the link of Treecey and MU at I guess in the Bahamas. MU is tired of Treecey. She's like, she basically said that Treecey, and Treecey's drunk. When Treecey's drunk, she's just open, you know what I mean? And I think MU, she said she reserved, but to a certain extent, and to certain situations. But anyway, Treecey is a friend you take when you sad about life. Because Treecey was drunk. Treecey was drunk. Treecey was over there talking about telling people she got no draws, she wear no draws. And I'm like, that's just nasty. That's just nasty. That's just nasty. Like you don't be sitting in chairs and all that stuff with no drawers on and all that other stuff. And it's just like, and then you talking to random people. So I can understand why MU was embarrassed. Just embarrassed when you wear no drawers. Like that's just I don't get it. And MU was upset because Treecey was spinning the narrative that she was missing for 4 hours when the truth, I guess, allegedly, is that Treecey walked off. And I'm like, interesting. But I think MU, you acted. I guess I can see MU's point, because if you said she walked off or she was missing for 4 hours, people are insinuating that she was, doing a Humpty Dumpty. So yeah. But still, I think she was acting too passionate about it. It might be some truth to that. Treecey, you did was I was surprised Treecey had a credit card, y'all. Treecey was trying to get $10 or have MU give her $10. Nonetheless, like I said, Treecey is a long distance friend. Treecey is a long. What's up, Auntie Donna? People have been speculating about Auntie Donna, whether or not she's on the cruise. I'm gonna leave that alone because I don't know how she feel about that. But they speculate. These people are weird. They went and took pictures of Auntie Donna from some other situation and talking about she on the cruise. Like, y'all be creating story. I never knew people actually created like false story until I'm like, damn, y'all have things on reserve. You know what I mean? That's just crazy. What's up, soul sister? I'm good. I'm good. I just decided to come live while I had some time to come live. 'Cause time is not a luxury I have these days. You said you did a video. Y'all go over there to Auntie Donna's page and look at her video about all the rumors and speculations about her being a mole and all this other stuff. I'm like, what? I'm just like, okay. All right. So yeah, Treecey. Yeah. So Treecey is just that's a person that takes a lot of energy to deal with, and I'm sure MU takes a lot of energy to deal with too, because they both love drama. They both love drama. So hmm, hmm, that's all I pretty much got out of that video. Yeah, and don't let Treecey sit on your car seat. I mean, in your car. And if she do, make sure she used a plastic bag. Have her sit on a plastic bag. 'Cause you don't wear no underwear. Who say that? And then she's like, "Oh, the guy doesn't know what bodily fluids is." I'm like, why in the world are you talking about bodily fluids when you say you wear no drawers? Like, come on, Treecey, for real, for real. What's up, Lisa J? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Um, all right, so let me get to my last thing I kind of want to talk about is Jay Wilson. I haven't been able to follow every single solitary video. I'm just gonna be honest. I do feel Jay Wilson. People are saying Jay Wilson didn't enjoy this trip. I can understand why, especially if you got that cruiser later planning. If somebody came in my chat the other live and said, "Oh, Sean Bradley had his ticket purchased months ago," and I'm like, "And what?" I'm like, "What does that matter?" Jay Wilson announced the Juicycation months ago too, and I'm sure Sean Bradley purchased his ticket, you know, right after that announcement, or very right after that announcement. So I'm like, what does that mean? And I'm just saying, you know, just to know that they say that Cruiser is playing all up in Jay Wilson's face and playing both sides and all the other stuff. I'm sure like I said, I didn't watch the video. I'm sure he went into more extent than that. But I kind of feel for Jay Wilson. Like, I don't really feel for the man, but I kind of feel. What's up, Rico? How you doing? Good to see you. I kind of feel for Jay Wilson, because it's like, damn, it's not so much the Sean Bradley part. It's so much the part that people playing in your face. Like, people are playing it like they actually want to have your event be successful, but that's not their intent. Their intent is to stir up shit and to sit up there and see, um, to see if what can happen by their involvement. Like what can happen by making sure club chat is all there, and then the rally is all there, and then sit back and watch the clash. Like I just think that's kind of like diabolical a little bit and kind of unnecessarily messy. And I think Jay Wilson's on pins and needles because he don't know who is who. He don't know if the person he's sitting up taking a picture with is about to stab him in the back with a plastic fork. You don't know, right? You don't know. So it's just I can understand that. And then I'm sure he's exhausted because everybody want a piece of his time. Everybody he got to sit up there and now protect his boo and all that other stuff and make sure his privacy isn't compromised. Making sure people ain't setting up hidden cameras to catch intimate moments. Making sure nobody's sitting over there trying to mollywop him in his dead head. Make sure he got to, plan out his walks around the cruise ship to make somebody don't throw him overboard. I guess that is stressful. And then you got people sitting up here playing in your face as if they really for you. You don't know if Vivian really for you or whatever and all that. I'm sure that's crossed his mind a couple of times because you think the most trusted people that you have around you, you don't know who getting to him. That's why I told you, you don't know who talking to who. Once I have a conversation with somebody, I don't know who that person is talking with after I have a conversation with them, and I feel like that shit becomes stressful. I experienced that stuff in the beginning, in the heyday. We had people in our motherfucking Discord sitting up there talking about, I love you, Sir King. Ooh, I love you, Sir King. But then sitting up there, they ain't love a damn me. They're sitting up there sending my shit over there to the ops. So I'm like, you don't know who is who. So it's just weird. It's just weird. People have a master's degree in manipulation and deception and canoodling it up to you thinking that they really like you, but they only doing the dirty work for your enemy. It's just ugh. So I could understand. I could kind of understand that. That's just crazy. What's up, Vaughn the TV? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. You said social sister number one said the whole trip. All he knew is who can I trust? Yeah, that's what it seemed like. You said dude thought it was his trip. I did feel like he thought he was doing the damn thing. When everybody was showing up for him. But I think when Sean Bradley showed up, it was like, oh, oh. And then I think once the revelation of Cruiser being involved in what's going on, from what I'm hearing, that would have to rub you the wrong way because when I saw Cruiser on his panel, I'm like, oh, uh, So like they say, everything that glitter ain't gold, and everything that smile, don't like it. So, what's up, Black Pearl? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. So yeah, that's what I pretty much got to say. Sean Bradley, I guess they took him through the kitchen. I don't know. I guess there was some perks they bought. Like I said, I don't understand all these videos, but they took him to the kitchen, and I guess they had what was it, chef's dinner or something like that. So that was interesting. Of all the, I think what's his name? Sean Bradley knows how to document a trip. Right, he knows what the audience wants to see. Some people don't know what the audience wants to see. So Sean did a good job regarding that, to be honest. But other than that, that's my brief recap of what's going on. What's up, Treecey World? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. That's my brief recap of what's going on. That's it. I want to know. I want to see what happens when they come back. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of drama when that ship docks. Y'all talking about what happened on the cruise. I'm talking about what happened when the ship docks, and then also when they come back home. Because I'm sure what. Oh, yeah, was it Jay Wilson? Yeah, Jay Wilson was out here like I guess addressing Cruz or somebody. Like they heard that she got footage or somebody got footage of him or something like that. He's like, well, put it out, put it out. If you got it, put it out. I think that's why he's so stressed. I think that's why he's so stressed. Not me. Not me. Mm-mm. 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 Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Not me. Not me. Other than that, I don't know anything. Y'all know anything else? Y'all know anything else? I don't know anything else, to be honest. I don't know. They were talking about how he was also sitting on the boat when they was in Bahamas. Like he was scared to get out. Well, he was scared to venture out into the Bahamas. Like I was like, I would be too. Shit, you don't know if nobody got no plan to kidnap your ass. Jay Wilson kidnapped in the Bahamas. You don't know. I would still stay around that boat too. You don't know what's what. Venturing out into the Bahamas and then somebody sit up there and try to take you for ransom. So yeah, the whole rattle there is giving ransom or something. But other than that, I don't know anything else. Dion lost again to USC, but they came back at the end. But they got Molly Walked in the beginning. What else going on? I told you October 4th is the emergency broadcast thing. So be on the lookout for that. The government averted a shutdown, but only for 45 days. They play this game every solitary year. Every year it's a situation like this. So I guess they're gonna have to extend it again. But that's good. Like I said, if y'all work for the government, y'all can go in and I guess expect a paycheck. So yeah. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? That's, but yeah, that's about it, y'all. Anybody else got any questions? That's what I said. This is an early morning live. I'm gonna go live again about something else. But yeah, it is every year, Treecey. Every Treecey World, it is every year. Every year they do. It seems about I was talking about this last year about how they gonna shut down the government and all that other stuff. Like, I don't know any celebrity news. Y'all know any celebrity news? No, I don't know any celebrity news that's going on really. To be honest, they just getting more nasty with these songs. What's up with y'all? With these women out here just getting nasty. I just saw. Oh my god! I just saw on Instagram a pregnant ass rapper with a baby on her hip saying the most hideous, disgusting lyrics. I'm like, that's why our youth are corrupted now. Shit, they don't have a chance. Man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Child, I don't know. Mm, mm. They just seem like they trying to outdo one another. These nasty lyrics they putting out here. Ooh, I guess they said the men been doing it for so long. I guess the women could do it too. So I don't know. Mm, but other than that, that's what I know, y'all. I don't know anything else. I don't know anything. Everybody, like I said, everybody on the cruise. Everybody's on the cruise. Oh yeah, about that pizza in the MU situation. Like I told somebody, I said because I think Ness did a video about Pizarro and what's that lady name? Oh, the Flicker. What's up, Michi Black? I hope that Pizarro just don't be starting up shit so that Ness can get hurt. Because I feel that's gonna come back on Pizarro. And Pizarro is the kind to poke and provoke. And I hope that Pizarro don't do that shit. Because like I said, that lady, the crazy lady, already warned Ness. So but you never know. Like I said, these people crazy out here. So all right, y'all. With that being said, I'll let y'all go. I don't know anything else going on. We'll see what's going to go on when they come back. I think that's when the real entertainment is going to start. Is when they come back, not on that boat. Because nobody want to be sitting up there in jail. So sister number one says the government is having a problem with where should the taxpayer money should go. Lois, I'm sorry, invest in the American people or save lives. Well, that's it. What they tell you, so sister, you take care of home first. You take care of home first. Well, I don't understand why they're sending so much money to Ukraine, but somebody told me, well, they got to send the money to Ukraine because if the Ukraine collapse, then there's a whole other like snowball effect that's gonna happen regarding that region. So it's like they got to do it. They rather put the money up to do it than have to deal with the fallout of that situation and shit like that. And um, Russia is tied to China, so they feel like that's going to complicate the situation if the Ukraine should fall. There's a whole bunch of and also what's they call that thing? Um, damn, I forgot what it is, but there's a whole bunch of other countries that are surrounded by the Ukraine. That if Russia falls, so I mean not Russia, if Ukraine falls, is going to increase world turmoil. So that's why they put it in the money. It's like a bigger picture. It's not like it's like not us support. It's like a worldwide effort to stop that fallout from happening. So that's why, that's why. Because I keep saying, damn, Biden, like, well, shit, like it's inflation over here. We need some relief. You keep sending $1 billion every 2 weeks, like they work for you over there to the motherfucking Ukraine. And then, like I said, once it was explained, it's like, okay, they try to do that. And once the Ukraine fall, then there's some other countries that's going to be directly impacted, and we might have World War III on our hands. So, like, Ukraine is the buffer to those other countries. Because they say once you attack a country that's part of the United Nations or something, it's like attack on all of them. So, yeah. Francis says 13. Gremlin won against Prairie Blue in the 6 years of winnings in Dallas. I am a Gremlinite. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. Lisa J says, so you don't think it's a play? What is a play? What is a play? I think I think that whole thing with the cruiser lady, I think that she was playing both sides to her own enjoyment. You know what I mean? If you got William McCray after your ass, I'm like, okay, like you pushing people's buttons. So I just feel like people have that spirit. Lisa J, I felt like I don't know, man. I just feel like you dealing with. You said Ness. I just feel like you dealing with a lot of personalities that are not normal. And we know that lady, the flame ain't normal. Like it's just the way she like in a way she kind of like Jay Dunn. If you think about it, like they both need attention. They have certain triggers when they don't get what they want. They start whining and doing stuff, and they start, you know, harassing people. And if you go too far with them, they're gonna seek retaliation. And I just feel like, and they feel justified. Like they have no room for logic because in their mind they're so locked in that what they doing is right in the way to get not vindication but the way to get revenge, to reciprocate on what's been done to them. That's the crazy part about that. That's the crazy part about that. I think part of it may have started out with a play, but it goes too far because you can't tell nobody when to cut. Okay, stop. They go their goal for the play is what? For attention. So once they start getting that attention, they're like, oh, let's see how much more attention I get. Let me say this. And let me say this. And let me say this. Let me say this. And then the other person's like, well, wait a minute. They weren't supposed to know that. And then it gets out of hand. I told you, I see the thing about life is don't play with people's heart for money. But we know that he knew she could attract people with money. And then like I told you, he and Jay Dunn are like, what happens? They hit you with money, and then what? They start using that as leverage over you. They kind of both the same. It's just their weight is not the same. Sorry. But that's what I got to say regarding that. I mean, they both it's just weird, man. And that's why I say if you with somebody because they got material possessions but you really don't love them, that's messed up for you to even pretend like you like them because you're gonna break their heart and then they gonna get mad and then you can't tell them. I mean, you can tell a person what not to do, what to do, but you can't tell a person. I mean, you don't know what they're gonna do, right? Because their heart is broken, and then they're gonna feel used and all that other shit. That's why I told Ness when that girl started, when she started sitting over there messing with that girl, I said, "Girl, you messing with that girl for her money." And then when she started trying to control the situation, you ain't gonna like that. Like that. Anybody that go sit up there and say they gonna find you and make you blue and black and on video, that's some serial killer shit. Like why? Mm-mm. Because that shows me you have even the propensity to even think about that. I don't want nobody who even can think like that, let alone express it, let alone type it, and then they just one step away from doing it. No, I don't like people when people say crazy ass shit. Oh, I'm just joking. No, I don't like. Get away from me. Get away from me. Even if it's a joke, that shit might turn into reality, right? I don't want nobody like that. I don't want you even thinking like that around me. No. Yeah, way too far, Lisa J. Way too far. Yeah, very weird and effed up. For real. It is. I'm like, but, that's what I tell people. Like, you may be broke, but I tell people the one thing you can't get rid of in people in this world, in this world, is people. You can get rid of everything else, but you can't get rid of people. So be careful who you engage with. I hate to say this, you can get rid of a dog, you can get rid of a car, you can get rid of a house, you can get rid of a job, but you can't get rid of a person. Like, you know what I mean? Off topic, if all three groups came together, they could have went to the boat for 3 days in their own party. That's a good point. They may try to do something like that, but I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird because how many people we don't know went on that boat and they didn't identify themselves, right? How many people just in there incognito, just watching, observing? I'm sure, yeah, they having a good time, but they just watching, observing, watching Jay Wilson, watching Sean Bradley, watching all the other people. You don't know who they are. That's weird to me. That's weird. That's weird. It's like, if Beyonce got a concert, everybody coming to see Beyonce, right? Right. You on a cruise that's got the general public. Yes, some people are coming to identify with you, but you don't know you don't know who plotting and planning to throw somebody overboard the last day. You don't know who plotting and planning to throw, a hamburger the last day. You don't know who plotting and planning to wait till you get back to the airport and do some crazy ass shit. You don't know who getting paid $500,000 to do something to you. You don't know. You don't know. I heard people whole trip been financed and stuff to go there. We talking about moles here, moles there. Every time I hear of a mole, I think it's that little thing on somebody's body that's a mole. Like, this is mold or mold on bread. I know they spell differently, so don't come at me talking about, oh, you don't know the difference between a mold and a mold. Yes, I do. So it's just weird. It is just really, really weird. You got moles watching. And these people are not even real time celebrities. That's the crazy part about it. You think the way these people acting, you think Sean Bradley and Jay Wilson pulling in $1 million a year. Like, for real. I guess it's insane. But it also shows the power of social media, right? I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's all I really got to say, man. Yeah, they say it's been a few people missing on cruise ships lately. I was just thinking about it too. I'm like, damn, you stuck on that thing in that huge body of water. Like, that's just, woo, I don't know. Mm, mm. What's up, Ronyqi? How you doing? Good to see you. What do you think of all these shenanigans that's going on? I'll drop my link if you want to come up. I don't know if you want to. Feel no pressure. I'm not trying to make you come up, but sometimes people want to come up, and I'll just drop the link real quick. All right. Feel free to hit the link and tell us what you think. Hold on. All right. Feel free to hit the link and tell us what you think if you so choose to. A dud went missing on the conquest a few weeks ago. That's crazy. How you gonna miss it? Like, I guess you fall over. I don't know. Lisa J says true, but these people paid their money to go, and nobody is going to. Of course not. I'm not expecting nobody to opt out. I'm just saying it's a good idea. It's just like you don't know the unknown. Hold on, we got somebody coming up. Let me see. What's up, Ronnie Q? Oh,
Hey,
okay,
how you
there you
doing?
go. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, and yourself? I don't know why we have an echo. Is that me or you?
Go ahead. I'll mute myself.
Let me make sure my echo cancellation is off first. Okay. Oh, it's off. Okay. So I didn't hear your commentary on it. I just stepped in. So what exactly do you want to know? I think that Jay Wilson was shook, and I think that Sean Bradley really got the best of him. I think his head game was totally out of the cruise once he found out Sean Bradley was there. And I don't think he really prepped any good things for his members to do. If you remember, he was saying, "Oh, well, I'm gonna let the people do what they want to do, and they ain't gonna have to be all up under me." And he actually said he was going to visit family members um, on when they docked. So he really didn't have a lot for them to do, and I think that he was kind of under pressure because he knew he didn't have anything for his people to do, and he did not look like he had a good time. Every other person, Treecey looked like she had a good time, and Sean and his group looked like they had a good time. That's what I think. What do you think?
No, I think you're totally right. I think it did shake him that Sean Bradley was there, because it did not come out before his trip. Usually, anything that's like somebody infiltrating something, we hear about it before it actually happens. You know what I mean? So for them to
Mm-hmm.
keep that secret for so long, and then for him to do what he did, kind of did shake Jay Wilson, because Jay Wilson thinking like somebody said in the chat, he thought the whole thing was going to be about him. You know,
Hmm.
and then I think also the fact that Sean Bradley is showing things that he's doing in addition to being on the trip. Like I guess he had the perks thing and all this other stuff. That would have been great for the rider Liz to do. So he kind of showing up Jay Wilson on his own cruise without indirectly doing it. Not directly being confrontational with him and stuff like that. And Jay Wilson has a very arrogant nature about himself where he has to be the best. And I think Sean Bradley is sitting up here like, no, I got you. I'm definitely one up you and everything. And for him to be sitting in the Jay Wilson be sitting in the library, why are you sitting in the library? Like that's just, that's just weird. You're not doing a seminar. I don't know. So
Right. And the thing about it too, for Jay Wilson to to put on such airs, Sean Bradley was natural in what he did because these people they like each other, they like to travel with each other, and they get out and they do things. And for example, when they went to that testing, that 10-course meal testing,
mhm.
excuse me, with wine and everything, they were natural. Sean wasn't putting on airs by far. He was sitting up at the table licking his fingers when some of the meal was good. C.J. Wilson would have been all haughty-taughty, eating with his fork upside down and pinkies in the air and all of that if he had thought to do it. Sean Bradley was just Sean Bradley. And when he didn't like nothing, he turned his face up and lip was all pucked out. I said, Sean is so country. So that's what was enjoyable. That made it more enjoyable. Can you imagine daughter sitting up there at that 10-course meal? Of course, he eat everything, but he wouldn't leave anything on the plate like Sean did. But he would have been acting so. Oh my God! So what do you
Well,
think?
his hat probably would have fallen into the mill too. That big ass hat. That hat was not supposed to be there. Like, come on, now, that's not the right time to play for that big ass hat, looking like a damn alien saucer. But anyway,
And every he puts on such airs, and every gentleman knows that you take your hat off when you come inside. Every gentleman knows that you don't eat with your hat on at the dinner table. Everything about him was ridiculous.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think he's definitely being
And then
humbled.
somebody asked, let me tell you
But
something else about him. He is so unaccustomed to anything. Somebody asked him, "Wow, that was a big hat. How did you pack that hat?" And I'm thinking like he was gonna say, "Oh, I have a traveling hat box." But you know what he said? "Oh, I put it in a bag. I put it in one of those shopping bags, and I carried it with me." I was like, "Oh my God." You wear hats, you wear brimmed hats, and you're a man, and you put on all these airs, and you don't even have a traveling hat box. I was just done. I was done. But I was done.
nah, I can understand that. I can understand that. So let me ask you this: what you think about this whole
Oh,
cruise?
okay. Okay, so she says she's friends with both of them. But Jay Wilson says there's no friends on YouTube, right? Isn't that what he
Hmm.
says?
Hmm.
So why did he expect anything from Cruiser? I think she did the right thing, in my opinion. She did the right thing because she's friends with both of them, and to tell one something, and if she told Jay Wilson, she would have been being disloyal to Sean, and vice versa. So I think she did the best thing, and by far, Miss Cruiser says she's messy. She definitely did the best thing for the beef sector, and she didn't harm anybody. I could see if she thought Sean was gonna come up there and cause a fight, and like if it was Rob Rat or something, if he had Rob's Rat personality, yeah, it would have been good to tell Jay Wilson. But Sean is a professional man. He has a lot to lose, and he's not gonna lose it over Jay Wilson. What do you
I
think?
agree. I agree. I feel based on what I'm hearing and what I've seen, I feel like he thought that he was betrayed by Cruiser. You know, like he didn't expect like his
But
dealings, his plans to be leaked to the ops to the point. You know what I mean? Like
but
I
she
personally,
didn't. But she did not leak his plans. Everything that he had. Remember, he's been working on this since last year, at least January. And Sean said they bought their tickets in March. So she didn't leak his plans. His flyer said what date they were leaving and what boat they were leaving out and where they were going. So what did Cruiser need to tell Sean about his planned trip? Nothing. And she even asked him. She said, "Did I ever ask you anything about the details of your trip?" And he admitted that she had not ever asked him about any details of his trip. So I don't understand why they're trying to say like she told Sean something. There was nothing for her to tell.
okay.
You get it?
Hmm.
You don't get. What do you think she could have told Sean? You said
Like
okay, like
this,
well, if you say so.
no. I'm just saying like this is the exact boat. This is the exact one they own. They're not on the other one. They own this
But
one.
it had boats have names. The name of the boat was on his flyer. She didn't have to
Okay.
tell him that.
Okay.
Yeah, the
I'm just
conquest.
saying. I'm just saying. I feel
Yeah,
because
he's
we
been.
put it because
Mhm.
people are saying she helped him maintain a number of people to not lose it. Some people are saying that Cruz's people went on to maintain that block. That block of rules they get and stuff like that because some of the people had
N-
dropped out. So that's what the rumors and speculation is. That's all I can say.
Okay, so here's what Cruiser has to say. Now, not many people know that Cruiser this is her side hustle. Cruiser had never planned to go on the trip, but Cruiser knew some people that were going on the trip. She was working this ship personally, and when Jay Wilson got came upon that trip, he was remember he was sitting down all sad. Well, if 12 people go, we're gonna have fun, and if I only get
Hmm.
12 people, then us 12 we're going out. But what happened was Jay Wilson said that Cruiser had an overload of people that, like, as if she couldn't accommodate them, so she gave them to him. And Cruiser is like, no, I had some people I knew who wanted to go, and I told them, hey, this guy is going, and see him. And she said she never asked if they had booked. She never asked Jay Wilson. She never asked them. She just pointed them in the direction of someone who was going and had bookings. And Cruiser said something like real thought provoking. She said, if I wasn't trying to help him out, it wasn't like these people wanted to go and I couldn't do anything with them. She said I could have just opened up another block of rooms for myself and made that money. So they make money off of this too. Jay Wilson made profits off of this, right?
He said he didn't. Or wasn't.
No, he did. No. They make money off of this. So if Cruiser had extra people enough to fill another block of rooms, she could have kept those people for herself and did another block of rooms and made that money.
So he
But
didn't pay for
Jay
his
Wilson
cabin.
is an ingrate. He got
So
his
he didn't get.
cabin comp.
Okay, okay, yeah,
He got his
yeah.
cabin comped out of the
Mhm.
money that he earns for all those bookings that he got under his name, which it seems like many more of them were directed to him from Cruiser than authentically came under Juicycation.
Right, right. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree.
Now, here's my question. Now,
Mhm.
what do you think about Shelly getting in the mix of all of this? She questioned Cruiser down about why are you so involved, and she is the one who tried to make it seem like Cruiser was being nosy and she was overly involved in the cruise and all of that, and that wasn't the case. But Jay Wilson, and what made Cruiser, it kind of insulted Cruiser, was Jay Wilson just sat there and let Shelly ask her all these questions, which had nothing to do with Shelly. And Jay Wilson could have easily said, "Hey, Cruiser was a great help to me, and just leave her alone and this, that, and the other." But Jay Wilson sat there and let her do that line of questioning on her. What do you think about that?
Well, because I listened to Jay Wilson live, and he is suspicious of Cruiser. He's feeling as if Cruiser was working with Sean Brady. He even said that. He said, "I ain't seen Cruiser on this ship yet, but I hear she over there with Sean Brady." So he is very suspicious. He don't know who to trust right now because he is just still in awe that Sean Brady came on his damn motherfucking ship.
Wait a minute. Wait a
So
minute. You said I haven't seen her on the ship or at the hotel at the meet and greet.
no, he pretty. Well, I heard from what he said. Yeah, I hear that she's over there with Sean Bradley, but I haven't seen her. No, this was a couple of days ago. I'm sure he's seen her
That
already.
was for the meeting. That was for the meet and greet. So
That was for the
he
meet and
he
greet.
knew
Okay.
that she was not going. Yeah, he knew that she was not going on the trip, but he knew that
What?
she had other people. Yes, he knew she wasn't going
Then
on the trip.
why is
Cruiser,
Shelly talking about that? Then why is Shelly talking about that she put the camera all up in MU and Treecey's face?
because she was filming, she was out front. Cruiser went because Cruiser didn't have anything to do with Jay Wilson. Cruiser had other
Mhm.
people that she had booked for these rooms, and she was taking care of her own business. Jay Wilson's business was Jay Wilson's business. Cruiser had a whole nother thing going on with other people who she had booked on this thing. So she was going there minding her business,
I
and he
understand.
was to mind his business. You
Well,
understand what I'm saying?
well, I
That's
mean,
why she
I
went there.
totally understand.
Yeah.
Right. But what I was saying was he was suspicious. He was kind of like, I wouldn't say not nervous, but kind of like, wait a minute, like this don't sound right. This don't feel right that she is able to meet with Sean Bradley, but I'm not able to meet with me or see me or whatever. That's the way it came across to me. So
Well, see
um
how it came across. You didn't watch none of Cruiser's videos, obviously,
no,
because when you listen to him,
I'm
when
on
you
Cruiser
listen to him, it
detox.
really makes sense. Oh God, when you listen to him, it
Okay,
makes
okay,
sense because
I will
let
go
me
ahead
tell
and
you,
do that.
uh,
Mhm.
it really makes sense. Because Cruiser was there to tend to her people who were going on the ship. Because there are some things that she needs to do as somebody who promoted the ship to her own people, and there was some business that she needed to take care of. So she was going to be there anyway. Jay Wilson knew she was going to be there. Everybody knew she was going to be there days before because she said that she was going to see the people off. She actually said, and she was going to meet some YouTubers, and she wanted to meet this person. She wanted to meet Treecey. It's not a mystery that everybody knew Cruiser was going to be in Florida. And then she started talking about the Drake concert and stuff. Everybody knew Cruiser was going to be in Florida. Jay Wilson is lying to act as if he did not know she was going to be in Florida. In addition to that, for their meet and greet, Vivian had called Miss Cruiser to ask her how to get it going and what to do with the meet and greet and all that type of stuff. And she told Vivian what time her flight was getting there. So Vivian knew she was coming for sure and knew what time her flight was getting there. But the thing with their meet and greet was they said that they didn't want it to be crashed. It was at the hotel. So they were giving people their invites via email, and they never emailed Cruiser. And she had just gotten off that live with Shelly trying to imply that she was a mole and why are you there and why are you so involved. So she said she was not going to go if she didn't get an invite because they would have looked up and be like, what Cruiser doing here? Who invited her? And that's why she didn't go. She was not invited. And that was on Thursday night, and they were to board the ship Friday morning. So what did Cruiser do? She spent the evening with Sean and did an interview with Sean. So I think like, well, how can you get mad when you never invited her?
Mm.
And she did all of this for you, and you didn't even have the decency to invite her. And then he goes like, well, I thought she would be there, and I was surprised Cruiser wasn't there. That's what he was talking about. He was surprised that she wasn't there. Well, why would she be there when you didn't send her an invitation? Why would she be there if you let somebody browbeat her for helping you, and you sat there and said absolutely nothing?
Mm.
That's my opinion. It makes sense to me.
Yeah, now that you break it down that way, it does.
Yeah, so now it's a big thing. So now Shelly, I don't how many bodies did Shelly help get on Jay Wilson's package to fill his room obligation? So he's talking to Shelly and he's repeating things that Shelly says. What does Shelly do to put money in your pocket from these bookings? Absolutely nothing. Now he's listening to Shelly say, now Sean said he bought his tickets in March. They bought their tickets way back in March. So all of a sudden, Shelly comes up and says, Cruiser has known that Sean was going to be on that trip for 6 months. So 6 months ago, it was March when they bought those tickets. So all of a sudden, Shelly puts that out that Cruiser has known this for 6 months. And Cruiser says she definitely did not know 6 months ago. And so whenever she knew, that's between Jay Wilson and Cruiser and Sean. But she said she liked them both and she wasn't going to say anything to either one. So I don't have a problem with that. And the beef sector sure don't have a problem with that because it was so lovely to see them trot onto that ship with their Operation Petty shirts on. You can't say you didn't get a kiki.
Oh, I thought it was cool. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Yes.
I couldn't believe it.
Cruiser
Because
knew the assignment.
yeah, a lot of people say stuff when they actually, but they don't do it. I mean, especially do it in real time. So to see it done in real time on a cruise,
Hmm. Hmm.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know,
And and I had said on my live, I said, watch. I said, Jay Wilson is going to be furious with Miss Cruiser. And I said, he's going to be calling her the House of Slytherin. And that's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. But he forget that Shelley was the one who was bucking real hard to be a part of TSCC. And they didn't even want to have anything to do with her. So who was too bad for either House of Slytherin to deal with? Shelley, the one who's giving you all this information that she has no way of verifying.
it's just weird that she now talking about she more with Jesus, but still doing the same thing, but just less, but just more low key.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's just,
So now, so now tell me what is your analogy of what has been going on? I missed your commentary. Tell me, what do you think?
no, I said what Sean did was kudos to him. Like I mean, I'm not saying I would love for somebody's pet parade to be rained on, but to see it actually happen, I mean, that's the beef sector, right? The whole cruise. derived out of Jay Wilson stealing it for Dubby. You know, that's why you have to be careful what you do to people. And then for Jay Wilson to take Sean Bradley take his crew on there, and probably and show up Jay Wilson. I was like, oh, okay. He didn't see it coming. That's the whole thing. He didn't see it coming, and he was shocked. He was shocked. And then you got Treecey and MU over there. Lord have mercy. Talking about she don't wear no drawers. I was like, what? I'm like, come on, Treecey. It's just like, and like I said, Treecey and MU are long distance friends. They're not meant to be together 24/7. It never works out. So
Thank God they're not together for too many hours at a time, and thank God that they had a whole ship to lose each other on and stuff like that. Yeah.
lose each other.
So, but the only thing, the only thing I can say is like Treecey looked like she had a great time. I don't care
Mhm.
for Treecey, but she looked like she had a good time, and that's all I can really say about that. I wasn't a fan of her swimwear, but she looked like she had a good time. You can't take that away from her. And if she, so she made viewing the trip fun.
Oh, Treecey definitely looked like she had a great time and was drunk at it.
Mhm.
MU,
Yeah, drunk at it and badly dressed, but she looked like she had a good time. So you don't need to be conscious to wear some of those outfits. You got to be drunk to put on some of this things she put on. But hey, it worked.
Oh Lord, she looked like Pocahontas in that white one. I'm like, oh Lord.
Yes, she did. Now, okay,
Mhm.
so Jay Wilson said that he got up early and when they docked, he got up early, he ate breakfast, he went out and he got something from the souvenir shop and he bought some things for the uh, treasure hunt or whatever they were doing. So he got some things for that, and then he was on his way back in, and some people recognized him. He said some rider lives, and then some other people who he didn't know. So I would assume these are other people who booked from Cruiser that Cruiser directed him to, and he said that they had a horse-drawn carriage, so they asked him to join him, and then he went on a horse-drawn carriage around the city and got to view two churches and this and the other. But the thing is, it didn't dawn on him to plan anything for them to do while they were there. Now, Cruiser had given him a phone number of someone who could set everything up for you and have an activity or whatever, give you options of things to do. But see, Jay Wilson made money off of these people, and Jay Wilson refused to spend any money that he made to do that, is my opinion. So he just went out there and then he had the nerves to get on somebody else's carriage that they paid for. Something, oh my God, he has zero class. So he
But then,
planned
okay,
nothing for them to do.
but who's jumping on a buggy that they don't know? They could have took his ass off to somewhere. Like, come on, Jay
Well,
Wilson, come on,
he's,
hop on my horse.
he, no, he said he recognized them, so I'm pretty sure that they had met, and
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure he was only that comfortable because it must have been some people who he had met who had booked rooms under his slot. So he said he saw some rider lives out there too. So Jay Wilson could have planned that and so it only seems like he had less than 10 actual ride or lives there. So how much would it have even cost them to do that himself for his people, is my point.
Mhm. He's not
Not
a
not much.
very. I mean, okay, didn't he brag about the gift cards that he got was the same gift cards that Wolverine wanted?
Yes, he did. Oh, I gotta go out and get some gift cards. Oh, I'm going to get now. If he really wanted to get them gift cards, why would he be buying them in Miami? Wouldn't he have bought them in Florida? Wouldn't he have done that in Florida? And he really bragged about, oh, we got these gift bags and we got these gift bags and Viv put them together. He finally did sit down and give her accolades, but I wonder did he give her money back for what she filled them with? Because I know I doubt if he gave her money to hey do here's some money to buy stuff for the gift bag. So Vivian did a lot of work. And I know he didn't pay her any money for all that ink she used in her Cricut machines to make those ugly t-shirts.
Oh, so let me ask you this. So do you think that more is
Wait a
going to
minute.
happen?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute before you ask me that. Now,
Mhm.
you notice the day when people board the cruise is when they wear their group shirts. Why didn't Jay Wilson wear his group shirt? He never wore that group shirt. Everyone else from I don't call it juicycation now. I call it pettycation. Everyone else from pettycation wore their group shirt, but Jay Wilson never wore his shirt that Vivian so tirelessly worked over and made that had the date 2025.
Because the color of the shirt will highlight his man boobs. It'd be too
Okay,
tight. It would be too
okay,
tight.
okay.
It wasn't. It was
Hey,
the color of the shirt
I
wasn't black.
know
It was blue. It was something light blue.
it. And then you see Sean Bradley made his shirts for free. What were you gonna ask me though?
Oh, I was gonna ask you, do you feel like them coming back and it's more drama now that if when the boat docks and everybody gets off, that's when the drama's gonna happen because it's like if you think about it, it'd be kind of stupid to do the stuff on the boat, right? Well, then you be sitting at the bottom of the boat in the boat jail. You do it when you about to get off the boat, about to go to the airport or whatever, and then you act up.
Well, Sean Bradley and them, they paid an extra $55 to be able to be the first ones who boarded the boat and the first ones to disembark from the boat. So I think with Jay Wilson's knowledge of that, and I know he's kicking himself, it was kind of like Sean Bradley was the first one to sleep, was the best man and got to sleep with the bride on the wedding night before the actual groom got to sleep with the bride because Jay Wilson was in the little van on his way when Sean was boarding. So I thought that was so poetic. So I think Jay Wilson, knowing that they'll be the first to disembark, he'll probably be the last to get off the boat. They'll probably have to drag Jay Wilson off that boat, and he's going to be looking around with his head on a swivel, making sure the club chat is gone. That's my opinion.
I don't think you need to worry about club chat. I think it's the moles and the unknowns. That's nobody up in that library. That's what I'm talking
Well, I'm
about. You
just
in that
saying.
library. You don't know who. You don't know
A
who is who.
library. Who even knew they had a library on a cruise? He's on a party boat. You all, I'm in the library and we're having a great time. And you all, I did karaoke and you all, I'm about to go to the disco. Yes, I'm going to the disco. I was like, oh my God. The what? The
Mm.
club or the disco? I'm going to the disco and we're having a good time, you all. Well, you all. I was like, oh my
Mhm.
God.
So, do you think that Mark is on there, or he got a new boo, or whatever? Somebody
I
says
don't
that somebody's
know.
hanging on his neck.
What?
So I
Where?
heard somebody got a picture of somebody hanging on his neck like a orangutan.
I
I
can't.
don't know if it's
I,
true.
oh,
I
you,
don't know if it's true.
you know what? Somebody in one of his chats was asking him questions, and they asked him. I heard that somebody was hypersexual in on the boat. And then he goes, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Everybody who was with me, they were all married. And I'm single, but I'm not hyper." And I was like, oh, something finna come out. So that might be it. I didn't hear this, but I did see that person saying that person said several times about somebody being hyper actual. Yeah. And I was like, so we may get
Wait,
some
wait,
tea.
wait. You say
So
he
I
admitted to
didn't know
him being
nobody was hanging
single.
on him.
You say he admitted to him
Yeah,
being single.
he said that he was the only one single on the boat. So I don't know. I could be wording it wrong. I just caught what I said. I could be wording it wrong. I don't want to say that he said he was single, but he said, yeah, I think he said he was single. He was the only single person on the boat, and he
Well,
wasn't. He said everybody else was definitely with their mates or their husband and wife. So
what,
he
what,
put himself as, I don't know if he
what
used the
is he?
word single. You're gonna have to check the video.
Well, is Sean single? Because he sure was acting like it on the boat.
Some people have understandings. Some people have understandings.
I hope they have an
You know.
understanding. Go to the clinic. Shit. Who you? Anyway.
Oh my God. Yes. Now Jay Wilson said, "Oh, our next cruise is going to be on Virgin." See, Virgin take care of all of that. Virgin cruises, they are 18 and over. They make sure
Mhm.
you have a good time inside and outside of your cabin. They supply different prophylactics. They provide different types and brands of lube, so he don't have to tell his mate to bring the lube. So now he is so stuck. I was talking about what all the things that Virgin offers in their packages, for their guests. And then all of a sudden the next day, oh, our next ship is gonna be on Virgin. Oh, I will. And I was like, they're gonna throw him off that ship if he keep on bringing up Virgin. But he was talking about Virgin all the rest of that trip. But yeah, so there's that.
Hmm, that's interesting. Oh well, I guess Jay Wilson definitely takes the L of 2023, huh? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like this Learn to Love say, people stay on the ship instead of getting off all the time. Okay. Okay.
In the
Well,
locker, in
if they're leading a group of people on a excursion where they're earning more money, you would think that that person would get off the ship or have something for the people who he led and made money off of on that excursion to do once they decide to get off the ship. Is okay, you can say that all you want, but if you make money off of me and we're docking somewhere and this is the only port and there's something to do, it seems like you would have some forethought to put something together for the people to do if they wanted to. You have you had senior people. He had I don't know if they were senior. He had a woman who had a scooter and a man who had a cane. They were there together. So did you think about these people? Did you think that to make some accommodations if they happen to want to get off, to make it easier for them to explore the port, to get some food that wasn't on the boat, to get some souvenirs? Or did you even bother to ask? You have to think about things like this when you're over a type of excursion.
I think he thought that Vivian would do it. He said a lot of things he
Nope,
don't
not
want
his
to do,
job.
but Vivian wants to. That's what he
Yeah,
said.
and Vivian, go ahead.
No, I was just saying
Go
Vivian.
ahead.
He said that comes up with the ideas.
You notice what Vivian does? She does everything that isn't attached to the cash out. Oh, if you need reservation, call Vivian the picture later. If you need this, call Vivian the picture later. Oh, I got a cash app. Hallelujah. Ooh, I thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, y'all doing me so nice. But all the work about this cruise, he directed them to Vivian. Everything about this cruise, he directed them to Vivian. And he says, me and Vivian and Cruz, he didn't even thank Miss Cruiser. He thanked one subscriber, and then he thanked Vivian. And that was after he had drug Cruiser through the mud, and he never even said, I still would like to thank Cruiser for any or everything she did. Never thanked her. Not at all. Now, how would you
See,
feel if that happened to you? And
well,
you
I
put
mean,
money you put money in James' pocket, and you sent people his way because all of his rooms weren't filled, and he turned around and talked about you like that and didn't even say thank you. Publicly dragged you, but didn't publicly thank you.
well, he never was going to publicly thank Cruiser because that would then show that he is not as relevant as he says he is to get people to come on this cruise without help, right? If you thinking Cruiser that
Right.
for occupancy, that would be just immediately like saying that you don't have that much power, to get people to come to your cruise or your events. So
Well, that had become evident when he came on. Well, if I only have 12 people, we gonna have fun. And then about 10 days later, I got my 40 people. I got my 40 people. And I know I booked 40. I know I booked 40. Yeah, he's something else.
that's okay. So
That's
what
a
do you think about this
wide
whole?
gap.
What do you think about this whole thing about him saying his character, my show? I'm like,
He ha- oh, he's a character?
yeah, that's
You
what he
mean
said.
saying that he's a character and he's just putting on a show? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
He's
keeps
okay.
saying that.
His character his character is a bad character, is
Mm,
of bad character, because the show that he's putting on, it shows lack of character as a fully grown dang on near senior citizen man. He really shows a lack of character, in my opinion.
I agree, and I think he only really started saying it when that thing as the chaplain thing happened, and I was like, oh, you had to say that as an excuse because when you got confronted as to what happened, you had to say, oh, that's your show and you're in character, that's when he kept saying that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And because he was like, "Well, I'm just putting on a show. This is a serious. I'm playing a character. Yeah, to act as if he wasn't serious when he called properly bona fide what he called properly bona fide, and then his job got to look at that video where he did that, and so he tried to act like he's an actor. He's a comedian. I do comedy. What was funny about that though?
Mm.
So now he has kept it up till this day. But yeah, that's him. That's who he is. I mean, he shows you who he is. So if you choose to deal with him, you deal with him.
So would you say that the cruiser?
Would I say that
Would
to
you
what?
would you say that the cruiser? If you choose to deal with him, you deal with him, knowing that he's not a man that's going to sit up here and thank people publicly when it's going to make him look
Which
inefficient.
I can't advise. Cruz is a grown woman. She's going to deal with who she deals with. I know that that's not the type of person I would like to do business with. That's what I'm saying.
Of course, of course, of course. He's the kind of person that would take your
Yeah,
idea and say,
I
hmm
listen. Speaking of that, I heard you say that he stole the idea from Dovey, and he always wants to brush over that. He said today on his live, "Well, people say I stole the idea from Dovey. Well, if I stole the idea from Dovey, then she was the first one who did it, and I'm gonna tell you what, I was the one who gave the idea to Dovey. So." You stole the idea from Dovey because you gave Dovey the idea. That's what he said. That's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said. So it's okay if I did it. She did it first, but I was the one who gave her the idea. That's what he said. Okay. So it don't matter that I stole it from her. But let me tell you the facts of what happened. When he okay, see, I think this is what he wanted Cruiser to do. Remember when Dovey was planning her first vacation at the Airbnb, and she was saying you got to bring your own toilet paper, and they was gonna eat the
Mm-hmm.
old fish from in the morning, and he sent in who? Vivian and who? Shelly? Yeah, to help Dovey out. But you notice every day he was downing her event where he had Vivian and Shelly working with her to pull the event off. And then all of a sudden, Vivian and Shelly pulled out the whole event after a while. So, did he want Miss Cruiser to do what Vivian and Shelly did? Come back and tell him everything that Dovey had going on, so he can mock and tease and find a reason why it was wrong and it was not going to be successful. So it seems like that's what he expected of Cruiser to do as well, because he had gotten used to Shelly and what's her name, Vivian, doing that. So that's just my opinion. So when Cruiser didn't do that, he was like, "Oh, how dare you not come back and tell me what's going on? What Sean Bradley did? Don't you know?"
Mm-hmm.
So now let me tell you the real. Let me tell you the real. So after Dovey's vacation went awry, it was obvious that she wasn't going to have that vacation at the Airbnb. I
Mm-hmm.
was on her channel with her, and she was talking about, I'm going to plan another one, and I'm going to, and they were trying to tell her that her place was too far out for people. It wasn't really in close to Universal Studios or Disneyland. It was like really far out. So she needs to do a place that's close to everything where people can just walk or catch a short Uber and this, that, and the other. And then I said, you know what? I'm in the chat and I said, Dovey, why don't you do a cruise next time? And she said, oh, that's a good idea. Jay Wilson did give her the idea for a cruise. Ronyqi was the one who gave Dovey the idea for the cruise. And I could have fell out when he said that it's okay that he took the idea because he was the one who gave Dovey the idea for the cruise. When I know I was the one who told Dovey, why don't you do a cruise next time? And Dovey did go on her cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Hello. You could have knocked me over with a feather when he said that.
That's his defensive tactic. You know, that's his defensive tactic to justify what he did and what the people are saying. So
Mm-hmm. And now this whole brush up with Cruiser, all this talk about Cruiser, before he can even get on dry land, that's all this is. It's a deflection tactic to have something to talk about and pontificate about and go on and on and on about, so he does not have to talk about what we saw him film. That he, well, if you want to see what happened, give me $60 so I can get the Wi-Fi. Nobody paid $60 to see this. People save $60 to see you have fun, but I guarantee you, there was none to be filmed. I mean, when we did it, the romper channel, everything that was off camera was so fun and people enjoy. He didn't even film the karaoke. That girl Rainy Bowl was the one who filmed the karaoke, and that's how people saw him do the karaoke. He like nothing. Everything that's not on camera. Oh, it was knocked down, drag out fun. And if you wanted to see what went on, you pay for it. And do you know that they actually were planning to have Viv to, and they still are complaining that she sold it for $25. They were actually planning to have Viv to sell pictures of the event, like everything that happened, like the romper challenge, the little search. What do you call it when you search for stuff? Where they hide stuff and search it. I forget. I'm kind of yes, that and different little things. They were going to have Vivian take all the pictures and download the pictures to a hard drive and sell them to the people for $50.
Well, her entrepreneurial game definitely got
But
messed up.
now somebody asked him. He said, yeah, he went around and took some pictures with people, and then somebody asked him in the chat, was Vivian selling pictures for $25? And he was like, no, Vivian had a lot of pictures on that. She had a whole thumb drive that you buy, so that lets you know it wasn't a lie. And he said she had a lot of pictures on that thumb drive, and then the person said, well, did she have 25 pictures on there? How many pictures did she have on there? And he was like, I got the thumb drive right here. And that's not answering the question. I have the thumb drive right here. And Vivian had a professional camera, and people were around there taking pictures with phones and stuff. And Vivian had a professional camera. So nobody's making people buy the pictures. If you want the pictures, you buy the pictures. And I got the thumb drive right here. And Vivian took them pictures. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's just
well, Ronyqi,
he is so money hungry.
Oh, very money hungry.
You gotta go?
Yeah, I gotta go in a few, like 2 minutes. So
okay. But, well, it was good talking to you.
Yeah, thank you for hitting the link, and I appreciate you. I think there's more to come. There's definitely more to come. So we shall see.
Do you think this is going to overtake us having to talk about revisit Vegas Gate? I think we're going to be revisiting this as long, or if not longer, than Vegas Gate. What about you?
No, I think this is definitely be spoken about, but Vegas Gate definitely got a lot of history to it. You know what I mean? And it lasted for so long.
Yeah, I think this is going to last just as long. Hey, Natasha. Well, all right. Thanks. It was nice chit-chatting with you.
Yeah, we got to do this again, Ronyqi.
Most definitely.
All right. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, y'all. Y'all go subscribe to Ronyqi. She gonna, eventually come live with the part 3 and 4 of her analysis of this situation called Pettycation or Pettygate. Thank you, Ronyqi, for coming up. I definitely appreciated your insight in our exchange on the panel this evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever you are. With that being said, I got to go. I gotta be like Treecey. I wear underwear though. I'm just joking. All right, y'all. Like I said, go subscribe to Ronyqi if you have not done so already. She's giving her analysis of the sector as well. And with that being said, I'm out of here. If you want to, feel free to send a gesture to $ Sir King Crown. If you so choose to, $ Sir King Crown would be tremendously appreciated. I'm out of here. Natasha, look good. Long time no see. I'm glad to see you still roaming this earth, stomping on people's toes. I'm just joking. All right. Thumbs up to live as y'all exit. Bye, y'all. Thank you once again, Ronyqi. See y'all later.
Tofu Alley. No beef, just tofu.
That boy is good.
Thank you, Sally O'Malley and Detached. Talk to y'all later. Bye.